when the nerd becomes the pimp. Today, I'm going to talk to you about why a nerd can become an alpha male and why there's a difference between being an insecure nerd and the self-validating nerd. And if you are a nerd, you can actually make being a nerd a cool thing. And this isn't just referring to high school days. This is just referring to somebody who is maybe in their 30s and 40s. We have this stigma with being a nerd that you're just some outcast, you're a freak. But really, you can use being a nerd as a form of male peacocking, which means you actually raise your value in a social scenario. So if you actually become strong from the inside out and you actually make tweaks to your image and you actually adjust some things, you can honestly become the alpha male. And instead of like erasing this nerd image that you've had of yourself, you can build on that. So if you're a guy who, has worn nerdy glasses his whole life, you could essentially buy a pimped out pair of glasses and you could change your style to make it seem like, hey, I'm actually proud to be this nerd. And what you'll find is you're going to attract a lot of women into your life this way. You're going to find that you're not really changing who you are. You're just accepting who you are and building on the man that you were born to be. And so that's why this video is basically about pimping out the nerd, right? When you pimp something out, you make it sexually attractive. You make it dang sexually attractive. And so that's the thing with this channel. This was created in a sense to not necessarily change who you are. It's only to build on the man that you already are. That's why in my audiobook, I have a chapter actually called Be Who You Are. And that whole chapter is dedicated to making you be aware that you should not change the man that you already are. Just build on the man that you already are. I dedicated a whole chapter to that. So what does that say? That says that it's the foundation of what I believe. So let's just say you have this guy who's a nerd and he works a job as a cashier at a grocery store. And people just kind of view this guy as a nerd, right? But what if this guy actually works on his self-image? What if this guy improves in his fashion or maybe changes his glasses to something that is actually cool? So now he's like the cool nerd. He drives a Mercedes. He does all this stuff that the jocks do, right? He does all that stuff that the cool people do. So he actually makes himself more attractive this way. I encourage you to just build on the nerd that you already are. And getting back to my point, okay, I'm not going to get too off track here with the Mercedes and the glasses, but the self-validating nerd, what do I mean by that? Well, you see the guy who's the nerd and who doesn't believe in himself. And you look at that guy and you're like, man, how pathetic. I mean, you actually feel bad for the guy. But then you see the nerd who maybe annoys some people because he's so confident in himself, but overall, he's a likable guy. He just exudes confidence. I mean, you see these people that are geniuses, right? And then they end up with these hotties. It's because they've been confident in themselves. They've believed in the man that they already are. And at the end of the day, they're really not trying to hide that nerd. They're just like peacocking that nerd, so to speak. So wear the crazy clothes, wear the crazy hair. Actually make it an effort to stand out. And be confident in that. Don't hide away that nerd. And you'll be the pimp, I'm telling you. If you know how to attract women, if you know how to build on your confidence and actually believe in yourself, things are going to turn out a lot better for you. It's amazing how when you make small tweaks on your physical appearance, whether that be just losing a little bit of weight or building a little bit of muscle, it truly is amazing how much that can change your image about yourself. And I always talk about building your confidence from the inside out, but truthfully, guys, when you do those external things, you actually are telling yourself that you value yourself. When you go out and you buy cooler clothes and you actually make an effort on your appearance, people do notice those things. And it's important that you don't neglect that. You don't just treat yourself like a slob. And you want to dress cool, you want to validate yourself even when other people aren't around. You want to do this for you. And when you least expect it, you're going to bump into the hottie. I'm telling you, you're going to bump into the hottie and you're going to be like, man, I'm so glad that I worked on myself because now I feel the confidence to ask this chick out. That's just the way it is. So in summary today, you want to be the self-validating nerd. The guy who maybe has some nerdy qualities. Maybe he's really into like rebuilding computers or something, that people would think nerdy, right? But make the nerd the cool thing, okay? Act like you are the coolest thing that ever happened to this planet. Make nerd cool again. Make nerd pimp again, okay? Guys, I just want to thank you so much for watching this video today. Go ahead, subscribe to my YouTube channel, click the link above me or in that description box below. That will take you right over to my website where you can take a look at my new audiobook called My Alpha Formula. And in this audiobook, you're going to learn how to become your strongest and best alpha male from the inside out. You guys have a great day. Be empowered.